Hey, I'm Kev, welcome back to MotoGP 20 as we're at the penultimate round of the season around the Sydney International Circuit in Malaysia, and Dovies on top. Of course, it is a horsepower circuit here. Around this almost 2 minute long circuit, as you can see, 159.947, just ahead of Quartararo, the only, along with Marcus, only riders under 2 minutes. Then we've got Vinales, Crutchlow, Alex Marquez. Not bad, ahead of Rins, Petrucci, Rossi and Miller as they round out the top 10. Stone in 15th behind Bagnaia, Morbidelli, Alicia Spargo and Nakagami, but less than a second back, just ahead of One Mir. And then we've got Zarco, Paul Spargo, Oliveira, Rabat, ran out top 20 of Iannone, Binder and Ika. And his qualifying one. So here goes Stone then in qualifying one. His first effort out early. Trying to put in a good bank here. Hopefully be around that 2 minute mark. Make it far through as part of the top two here. In qualifying one. And then be on the first 4 rows of the grid. Tomorrow's race, make it a bit easier on himself in recent times. Alright, first sector. So good acceleration. Does it go through the S's? And go very wide in the S's, good job. Always good to lose a tenth or two. So you got to be careful with that curb on the outside. Cannot ride that curb at all. Too wide and a hairpin as well. This is very sloppy, that. It's like a hot dog where you've just squirted all the ketchup over or mustard. It's not good, is it? Second and a half down. Be struggling to get into the 2 minute flats. Do this, that. This would probably be like 201. Better be disappointed, Stone. Sees an exit from the final corner. Yeah, 201-2. Poor. Very poor. So we go with just about 3 minutes remaining. Morbidelli snuck in under the 2 minute barrier. 59.9. Need to try and get through here. And it's always good when we've got Petrucci coming out of the pits just to block us. So I don't know how it's game 8 and Milestones still haven't got opponents that recognise you're on a fast lap while they've just come out of the pits. So they can be slow. And get out of the way, like... Come on. No, we're right behind you, Petrucci, by like less than a second. Hope he's giving us a bit of tow. I know with that middle set, so I'm guessing not. Poor 2 first sectors. In real life, Petrucci would have been over immediately. Well, that's one way to get out of our way, didn't I? Thank you. I just had a auto crash, I guess. Going on a toe curb. I wonder if that would be a feature of the race. I saw it in practice, like lots of crashes. Let's go heading towards the line. I'm not sure this is good enough from Stone. Especially when the bike doesn't stop. As Nakagami and Morbidelli go through, then it's Melo, Petrucci and Mir on the 5th row, Zarco, Olivier and Espargaro. Iannone, ahead of Ika and Binder, and then Rabat and Stone in the last. Abysmal. As for the race, as you can see, we ran out of soft tyres. It is all about the hard tyres. Hard, hard, touch of fuel. Let's get going. As everyone, hard, medium, medium for Vinales. They're going to be very soft on his tyres. Then hard, hards. Yeah, everyone's going harder option. No soft tyre within sight of the field here. So here's Stone revving up then. At the start from the back. Once again, it's get underway for 5 laps here. In Malaysia, and decent start. Just going to be speeding past the KTMs maybe. Into this first corner. Maybe not, as I think that's Polar Spargo fighting back. So Stone stuck in the midfield here. As Petrucci finds a way back. Oh, hello. Come on, is that Spargo or Binder? One of the KTMs is coming back though. That's all Stone with a very big dive into... What's that, the 3rd or 4th corner? I think he's in the top 10. He is, he's in 8th. He's got the 2 Yamahas in fight battling. Rossi and Vinales. What an amazing start. He's all over Vinales. As he's had a quarter in a bit of a Yamaha sandwich of Stone. He's looking all over Vinales to get by. There's all Zarco down behind. There's Quarto and Mir battling on the outskirts of the top 10. Behind Stone, who's gone a bit wide there. Oh, and he's gone very, 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 very wide. Oh, that's allowed a... Where's this Premac come from? That's Bagnaia. From nowhere. So Stone trying to go around the outside. Got shoved wide, but he gets past Bagnaia to the line. Incredibly, he's in the top 10 already. In 8th. Trying to catch back up to these factory Yamahas. As you can still see a top 5 right in front. Not bad from starting from last place. There's around the 2nd gap in front. So coming up to his favourite sector. So Petrucci down in 20th. Not a good start for the factory Ducati, man. Nakagami had a mid up, batting for 30. There we go, 2nd gap behind now. Stone is officially part of this like group for 2nd or 3rd, as you can see Crutchlow and Rins battling for 3rd in front. I'm guessing that's Marcus who's got away a bit. There's all Quartaro down behind. Bang for 11th with Mir. Not the best exit there. It's a Tech 3 and factory KTM. That over 14th. 3 of them at least. So they run wide in the final corner. One Stone get a bit of that horsepower going. As he does a 2-minute point 2. Why can't he do this in qualifying? as he's charging up to this pack. I think Dovy's leading the way. Oh, yeah, Marcus has gotten away in the lead. On this third lap then. Stone C7th. Over a second gap behind to Morbidelli. Oh, he does the block pass on Vinales. Will Maverick come back? He won't. Maverick doesn't come back. Stone a bit forceful. Vinales with no fight back. So Stone splits the factory Yamahas up into 7th. He's got some closing down on Rossi to do, though. Needs to close down Rossi as well for that slipstream. Otherwise, it's just Vinales getting his toe. And the gap's up to a second. And a bit wide onto that back straight. Vinales now behind Morbidelli down to 9. There you go, Stone now in that final corner onto penultimate lap. 2-minute 0.5. Half a second behind the Doctor. You can see a podium right in front. Maybe it doesn't have the ultimate pace to get it, but with this toe, you never know. It looks like Petrucci's fought his way into the points ahead of Oliveira, or not. So with a lap and a half to go, Stone flying high once again on the hurt Suzuki. It's been a, at times, painful second half of the season. So it's good to see we've got a bit of a bright spot here. There's like a bit of a gap from Rins above now. So it looks like they're battling for 4th. There's in front. And it looks like Rins going backwards on his Suzuki. Sorry, Stone on this, that. Needs a mega final sector in a bit. Oh, he's messed it up. He's messed it up. He's messed it up. Go, bike, go. Oh my god, he's given away 2 places to the Yamahas. You can't be doing that, Stone. Terrible mistake. And oh, Vinales has got into Stone. There goes the cutback. As Maverick cost him the 7th spot. And look at Morbidelli fly away. And he lost a second that lap. Let's head on to the final lap. Wow, Stone managed to get it hooked up for the inside line. Not bad. And a bit wide, that's our Morbidelli back bite. He's going to do what he did to Morbidelli, what he did to Vinales. As he gets up to 7th. God, he's not that far away from Rins, is he? Not far away from that podium. Just that poor 4th lap. Because look at Rins, he's struggling in front. Look at a 1.6 second gap. As Rossi battling with Alex Marquez up there in the top 5. Both the Marquezes in the top 5. Not bad at all as... Oh, this time he hooks it up. Get a bit of that power 2 going. Looks like it's managed to fuel beautifully. Still needs to manage to break it into this final corner. And he has, as Marquez wins. Dominant display from the Spaniard once again as Stone ends with a minute 2 again. As Marquez wins by 4.3 seconds ahead of Dovi, who's comfy ahead of Crutchlow in the end. Great podium for the Brit ahead of Rins and Alex Marquez. Both the brothers in the top 5. With Rossi and Sip Stone in a magnificent 7th from the back. Ahead of Morbidelli, Vinales and Mira. Great job from the Australian. Near the back at the beginning of the race and ahead of his teammate in the end. And then we've got Mir, Petrucci, Nakagami and Paul Spargo. Then it's Oliveira, Binder, Rabat, Alicia Spargo, Ike Akona, Johan Zarco and Andreino with Courtois the only retirement. So into the final race of the season, Marquez and Dovi are going to the top 2 spots, but Vinales just 2 points ahead of Rossi. Courtois now destined for 5th, it looks like, with Quattro up ahead of Rins into 6th after that podium. Miller in 8th, Stone edging out that gap in 9th ahead of Morbidelli and Petrucci as the Italian gets into the top 10. There's his fellow countryman. And then Bagnaia to top 15 ahead of Zarco as well. And in the Teams Championship, Repsol Honda take back the lead by 12 points ahead of Monsanto Yamaha. As that title belt is going right to Valencia. With Ducati with a kind of outside shot now in 3rd. Then we're trying this Yamaha guaranteed 4th, same for Suzuki in 5th. And I guess Promet Racing as well in 6th, ahead of LCR Honda in 7th. And then we've got Hertz Suzuki in 8th. Not bad of LCR Honda Japan, then Avintia, Red Bull KTM Tech 3, KTM, and Aprilia Grassini. And in the constructors, it is all sorted. Honda, Ducati, Yamaha, Suzuki, KTM, and Aprilia. So not bad in the end from the Stone. I know qualifying was poor, but that race, that first lap, that dive at the beginning of the 2nd sector, I have no idea how it worked out, but it became his signature move of that race. Did it on Vinales and Morbidelli, and it got him one of his best results of the season. Much needed result as well, as he tries to rebuild that reputation after a lean couple of weeks. As there's nothing we can do in development, is there? As here we go then. Final race of the season. The Gran Premio Model de la Comunidad de Valencia. You may notice I don't speak Spanish well. As we've got one race to decide who's going to finish in the top 10. In the Riders' Championship, Stone in 9th ahead of Morbidelli and Petrucci. We've got to decide the Teams Championship between Repsol Honda, Yamaha and Ducati. And we've got to decide what Stone's be doing next season, maybe. We'll find out next time, won't we? As I know I've had the races on a bit lean. Should we up it a bit for Valencia? Make it a 9-lapper instead? And we'll see how Stone does in the longer finale next time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.